If you ever have eaten Ethiopian food, it comes out on this giant platter on a piece of kind of bread or pita that's called injera. And injera is so delicious. It tastes exactly like sourdough bread, only it's flat, it's a little spongy, and you use it to actually grab the food while you're eating it. And I can remember the moment that I first tried it when we went to Demera for the first time in Chicago. It's this amazing Ethiopian place, and my mind was just blown. So it has this giant injera bread, and then there's all these different dishes that you can pick from to eat off of. So it's kind of very communal and super delicious. Right? We're going to be making 2 lamb dishes, a stewed spinach dish, 2 kinds of lentils, red lentils and green lentils, and then a chicken dish. So I will tell you all the names in just a moment because I don't want to butcher them. So first we are prepping the red lentils because those need to cook before actually put anything else into there. So I'm just doing 2 cups of water and 1.5 cups of red lentils. And then we're gonna get this on the stove, get it cooking, and then we will add in our aromatics, which is our onions, garlic, and the bebere. So these are gonna be spicy red lentils. Garlic, 2 cloves. We're gonna put in our onion, a whole white onion that's been sauteed. Bebere is in almost every Ethiopian dish. It's kind of their signature spice, but it's a spicy chili powder mix. So it smells like chili powder. We're gonna get 3 tablespoons in here to make it nice and spicy. All right, we're gonna add some water, and then these lentils will be good to go. They're gonna simmer for a little bit longer. The next recipe that we're gonna be doing is Dinich Wat, and it's spicy bebere potatoes. So I'm gonna get that started. We need 5 red onions to start with. So super delicious, super savory. Let's go. A lot of these dishes have red onions, so we're just gonna chop all of these up because a ton of these dishes have red onion. What are all the tricks for onions? So many onions. Is it holding your breath? I forget. There's some weird trick. These are happy tears because I'm cooking Ethiopian food, okay, guys? One of the signature things about Ethiopian cooking is called Nitir Kibbeh, and it's basically ghee. If you've ever heard of ghee, which is clarified butter, this is literally butter that's been clarified. So what that means is you basically boil the butter until all the milk solids separate from the fat or the oil that's in the butter. And then what you get is this kind of clear liquid. If you've ever cooked with butter and it's burned to the bottom of the pan, that's actually the milk solids burning to the bottom of the pan. So once you make clarified butter or ghee or whatever you want to call it, you can actually use this. It has this similar flavor as butter, but it can handle high heat. So that's why we're using it today. And in Ethiopian cooking specifically, they clarify their butter with a bunch of aromatics. So there's cinnamon in here, nutmeg in here, fenugreek, thyme, oregano, cumin seed. There's a bunch of stuff. So if you were to smell this, I mean, it is so fragrant and flavorful. So this is what makes Ethiopian food really taste authentic. So I'm very excited to have this today. And we prepped this for like an hour earlier before we got started. So this is going into our lentils, it's going into our potatoes, it's going into all of our meat dishes. So very excited to have this. All right, so we got 3 tablespoons of bebere. 1, 2, 3. We call that good. And we're gonna add some water in here, the potatoes, and get it all going together. Our potatoes. Ooh, I love potatoes, and honestly, spicy potatoes sounds awesome tonight. Also, we have secured the injera bread. My friend Mila will be here in just a couple minutes, and we gotta get cooking because we need to get eating, right? We are cooking Keek Alicha. I actually don't know how to say this. Basically, this is split yellow peas with turmeric. We've got ginger, garlic, red onion, and our split peas, which I had soaking for 2 hours. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. This is on, this is heating up. Put a little oil and saute our aromatics. So we've got onion, garlic, and ginger. We can throw all of those in there. All right, now that we just sauteed those up really quickly, we are going to dump in our lentils. Stir those in. All of our lovely spices. Stir those in. And finally, our water. And now, this is the easy part. We're just going to close this up. We're going to set it on high pressure for 8 minutes, and we're going to let it slow release. So that means you don't actually release the pressure. You just let it release on its own until the little button goes down. So that's what we're going to do first. Welcome back to another episode of Kristen Makes All the Ethiopian Food. Because we're making 6 different things, because that's just kind of what you do with Ethiopian food. You need all the things to be able to eat on your injera, which I'm so excited. Mila brought the injera. Hi, Mila. We're making stewed lamb right now. It's basically like lamb curry, Ethiopian style, which we'll eat with our injera. So we're gonna get started with first our onions. And we are just gonna saute those up for a couple minutes. I just gotta wait till these are translucent. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of water because that's what the recipe says, just to get these going. This is our Ethiopian clarified butter, which we made earlier, and we're gonna add a little bit in here. Remember, this is kind of what gives it that authentic flavor. We're gonna put the rest in a moment. Oh, that tastes really good. And then we're gonna saute in our berbere, which, take a look at that. This is Ethiopian spicy chili powder. So this is what's gonna make our lamb like spicy lamb. Spicy curried lamb, essentially. Ethiopian style. Smells so good and spicy, and I am so excited. We are just gonna keep going with all of our spices. So we're gonna add a little more water and add in, oh, it's spicy. Add in our water, our cardamom, and black pepper. I was not expecting that. Woo! Give that a little stir. Let those spices have a chance to open up in our pan. Now we're gonna add our ginger, our lamb pieces. And remember, this is kind of like a stew, so I'm just gonna keep cooking this, adding a little bit of water at a time until it's ready to go. This is Ethiopian food that you can make at home. It's super simple to make, and not a whole lot of spices that you need to find. All of these things you can find at Whole Foods or any other grocery store. But yeah, we're gonna get started. It's basically like a chicken curry and so delicious. So first we're going to saute up our onions. Now that our onions are translucent and they're ready to go, we're gonna add in the rest of our spices and our aromatics. So we've got some grated ginger and some minced garlic. Mix that in there. For this one, we've got our paprika, cardamom, and a pinch of cinnamon. We're just gonna get that. Oh my gosh, the cinnamon smells so good in here. I've been cooking all night, and I'm honestly so excited to try all of this. All right, we're gonna get our chicken in here, get that going. All right, we're just gonna let our chicken cook up. Well, that just looks delightful. Here, cover it. We made it. We are on our last dish of our Ethiopian adventure. So we are gonna get started. If you wanna make literally the easiest Ethiopian dish, this is it, because it's just sautéed spinach. So we've got our onion. And once the onions get translucent, that means they're just imparting a ton of yummy flavor into the dish. All right, and then once that's done, we're going to add in our spinach. A little splash of water to keep it from sticking. And our minced garlic. Now, of course, this looks like a ton of spinach, but as you know, if you've ever cooked spinach, it's going to cook down and get all wilty, which is what we want. Now, before this gets all wilty, I'm gonna add in some salt. Ooh, I can already smell the garlic. Ooh, I love garlic. And I like to cook my spinach till it's just wilted, so it still keeps that really pretty green color. Because if we cook it too long, then it kind of turns like brown and mushy. All right, we're so close. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit to cook off that water. And there we go. The spinach still has that nice green color, so we're gonna pull it off before it gets too brown and wilty. I'm gonna start plating this and I will show you the full spread once we get it all set up. Okay, we officially have our 6 dishes. I underestimated how much time this would take. So it is, what time is it? 9:15. But now the best part. Ethiopian food is meant to be enjoyed in community, and so we are going to plate our Ethiopian food. The most important part about Ethiopian food is this beauty right here, which you can't smell, but it smells so good. So in Ethiopia, when you would order, you would receive all of these dishes on your beautiful injera bread right on top. So that is how we're gonna plate today. Look at that, she's so pretty. So you can see it's kind of like a spongy crepe, right? And we're gonna put all of this on here. And then we will be ready to share. And they always give you extra injera bread on the side because it's so good. Okay, so we've got our green lentils, our spicy lamb. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. We have got our savory chicken. Got our spinach. Potatoes. Finally, our spicy red lentils. And there you have it. We are going to dig in. So now you can either take the injera from here. I'm going to take a piece from here. And this dish is meant to be eaten with your hands. You just dig right in. Grab some. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Come get some. Isn't the injera so good? Like sourdough. Tastes exactly like sourdough. So there you have it, guys. Ethiopian food. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.